Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf, and we are playing Vintage Story on the R Fury servers, specifically the Riverlands world. And today I want to show you an update of what I've done to my drifter farm. It has evolved. I've used it enough to figure out a couple things. Not that I have anything perfected, but I like it a whole lot more than what it looked like when last I showed you. Woo! Trying to just run right off those, right over those ladders. Alright, so you can see it's just a short little run across some surface to get to the ladders or stairs. Come through the iron door. All of this has been land claimed so that it's protected. Not because I wouldn't want anyone to use this, but because I don't want anything being ruined. So this is greatly changed. Originally there was just this little 4-block area here, some glass, and everything else was stone, and you really couldn't see much. I have completed digging out this whole area, which I had not done when last we were here. So I'm going up to that just to get them to come close to me. You can see we've got slots chiseled through the glass so that I can attack these guys with the falks. When they start to back away and you've killed everything that's right in front of you, it's safe to go up and walk up to the area to get them to come back. So one of the things that I've learned is that I've removed that block there so that I can come up here and just harvest from this side of the wall. Of course, if drifters come along while you're doing that, then that's not safe. So you can see we got 4 flax fibers and a rusty gear. See if we can get this guy to come see us. I got his attention down there. Okay, stand still, Wolf. He'll get there. I think in the original design, you stood here and then this was all stone here. Because realistically, if I'm standing on this side of that line, then I'm at risk of being hit by the drifters. So we have a passageway all the way around, so that hopefully I can get them to come to where I want to kill them. So the area that I dug out, I don't know the dimensions other than it's 9 high. I did 9 high because I wanted lots of room for these guys to spawn in. Not just give them, you know, a little 2-block high area to spawn. So with this here, there's another area up here where there's lots of drifters, and if I feel like I'm not getting enough drifters in here, that's a possibility for me to open that up. So yes, that is 9 blocks. This was 100% solid. There was a cavern above that I ran into, but I have filled all that in with rock. Chiseled rock. So as I was opening everything up, I was also collecting stones so that I could, rocks rather, so that I could place stones wherever they might need to be. I have been in here with during temporal storms. There is a problem with that because while I've done everything I can to make sure that there's no place for them to spawn, including on the path blocks, temporal storms follow their own rules. And so that's kind of that. Well, that's not kind of. That is why that I've placed doors in here to kind of section parts off. So here, the only place, only drifters that I would have to worry about during a temporal storm are ones that spawned right in here. But I can open the whole thing up. My last part that I just finished was putting this wall in and putting access points for killing here, putting all the glass in. And I didn't want to come there, but I did want it to connect. So I came around here. So I can exit here, just like on the other side, to get to a door. It gets me to the inside. With a temporal storm, I might actually prefer to hunt them in here. Just use this as an arena. I do like that. However, when I've done that in the past, I've used spears as my weapons, and they don't break nearly as... These say that these only have a 7% chance on breaking. Ain't no way that's accurate. There's absolutely no way that that's accurate. I do get bells that spawn in here, so I do have to come in here to take those out because they're not going to come over to me. So I get bells, and I got saw blade locusts in here too. So I come in here to kill those. As you can see, it's just a nice big huge open area. So the reason that I don't prefer to hunt with my bow, which I do love, I find it to be a superior weapon, is because hunting with the bow, I have to replace the arrows. And it's true that the falx will wear out and I'll have to replace it. But I have to make one of them instead of, a whole bunch of arrows. So for me, the falx is a much better tool. I still have my bow with me, because if I go inside, I'm going to be hunting not with my falx. Not unless I like to get hit. I don't like to get hit. Well, if you want to come over here, that's fine with me, dude. So I'm still learning. You can get hit by these guys, but generally speaking, if I'm standing on this side, I can reach them, but sometimes they move a little bit off, and so I'll move up just a little bit to put a whack on one, try to get them to come this way. Otherwise, I try to stay behind the line. Try to stand on this block and leave those two empty. Like I say, I took these two blocks out because you'd come up here to harvest and you'd have a hard time harvesting. So now I do not. I keep this chest in here because I'm collecting things. One of the things I find annoying beyond annoying is when I get a temporal gear and it puts it in my offhand. Lone Wolf becomes an unhappy person. So there are, not constantly, but there's always drifters spawning down here. So anytime I want to come farm, I can just come down here and farm. You can see I didn't get any temporal gears yet this time. That's okay. I'll show you Obviously I had temporal gears before I made this, but I'll show you what I've been able to do since I've put this in, combined with what I already had. So I probably had, I don't know, 50 temporal gears. And I haven't really had this around all that long. But it's not unheard of at all for me to come back with 4, maybe even 5 temporal gears. But if I spend much of any time down there, I usually come out with at least 1 temporal gear. But 2 to 3. Low windmills. I love where we live. Thank you for all your designing, Ashanton, and your building. So we do get lots of rusty gears doing that, but here's the big thing. So we've got 106 temporal gears here. Actually, we have more because we have the ones from the two-headed drifters stacked up in here. And that's where I'm going to leave those separated. So that's what I wanted to show you, was an update on the drifter farm. I don't know if I've died down there or not. It's also a really good flax farm too, by the way. I don't know if I've died being out there, but I certainly have taken damage. I've taken a shield down there. I haven't found it to be really useful. But that's something you can wear while you're fighting, or certainly if you go inside. But then I want to use my bow, so no falks involved. So that's it. Well, thanks for joining me in this episode. Appreciate your choosing to spend your time here. I certainly had fun putting this short video together for you. If you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video, please click on that like button. As always, I'd love to hear from you, so leave those comments and come watch the next episode with me, won't you? Thank you so much, and goodbye.